I'm Wendy Bohon. I'm an earthquake geologist, and I work at the Incorporated Research Institutions for Seismology. I was asleep one day, and all of a sudden everything's shaking and car alarms are going off. It was frightening, but I wanted to know more. And so the next day I drove to the USGS in Pasadena and I said, let me volunteer here. And one of the women that worked there, Lisa Wald, she let me work on a project with her, and I was really good at it. And so eventually they hired me to do outreach and education, and it went from there. The thing that a lot of people think about earthquake science that's not true, they think we really can predict earthquakes, and we're just not telling people. We really can't predict earthquakes, but we're trying to understand earthquakes. We're trying to understand where they happen and when they happen and how big they can be so that we can help people to prepare for them when they do happen. There's a lot of things that go into what you feel during an earthquake, and people think that the shaking is the earthquake, but the earthquake is actually the rocks breaking, and that releases energy in the form of waves that we feel as shaking. And so the amount of energy depends on the size of the earthquake or the magnitude, your distance away from where the earthquake is happening underground, and the type of soil or rock that you're on. People are taking the information that we're giving and they're using it in their real lives, because there's a lot of anxiety that earthquakes produce, and that's something I identify with, and I want to help them. And I'm able to give them information about what to expect, how they can keep their families safe, and I can explain to them how we study earthquakes, what we know about earthquakes and what we don't know, and it gives them a sense of power and a sense of control over the situation. And I know that it reduces their anxiety, it makes them sleep better at night, and hopefully it'll help them protect their families. I have women and girls come to me and say that I was the first female scientist that they ever met, that they had never met a woman that did science. They loved science but didn't see themselves in that role. And so the idea that just me having a job that I love can actually inspire other people is fantastic. Even if I'm not doing the science myself, reading about the science that my peers are doing, reading about the things that are happening around the world and the ways that we're creating new knowledge and finding out new things is really inspiring and exciting. As scientists, we need to have everybody's voices contributing to that, because it's not possible to know everything that there is to know, even in your own field. And so when you can work with other people that have a different area of expertise and a different knowledge base, you can draw on all of the things that they know, and you can work together to find creative solutions to the questions that you both have. Your voice and your perspective is important, and it is critical that you take the information that you have, the knowledge that you have, and the passion that is uniquely yours, and bring it to science, because we need you.